Hello and welcome back to my channel. Here we are again. We meet again. We meet again. Today is my last day for doing all little tweaks. As far as the functionality of the van, that's all done. Just putting the finishing touches on. I could do that every day for the rest of my life. But so I've just been doing some last finishing touches. Tomorrow is packing day. So today is laundry. Tomorrow is packing, getting the whole van. I've got to I've got to turn the fridge on. I got my ice up in the freezer in the house. I always start with all the frozen blocks from the house. I'll put 6 in here. I'll put 6 in the freezer and then get that cranking. I'll get the Berkey all set up. I got some new filters for it, so I'm going to put the filters in. I even got the fluoride filters for it this time, so I'm going to put the fluoride filters in it. Get this all filled up and ready to rock and roll. And then I got to pack my whole kitchen and all my clothes that will go in this pallet cabinet. And so that's going to be tomorrow. So today is my last day for the little pretty things. So I'm going to show you some of the pretty things I did. So what I did was I went to Michael's and I wanted to look for lace, little strips of lace to cover all that insulation poking through those little holes. So I measured the hole. I measured the width of the openings, and they were about a little over ½ inch. So I knew I wanted to get like a lace or something a little bit wider. So let me show you what I found. So I found more like a ribbon opposed to a lace. And I found it's kind of metallic. So it's white with just little metallic, silver metallic going through it. And I thought this would be really nice. So it's all installed in the van, along with all the strip lights. I put them on the charger last night. All 3 of them are charged. They're USB charged, my lights. And they're all up and ready to go. So let me show you the ribbon ceiling. So here it is. Here is the ribbon all installed, spray glue. And there was on this rib, there were 2 strips of the openings with the insulation. And then right here, I installed the light. So these lights, I have one for over the bed, and then one for over the kitchen right here. And then one for over the salad bar right here. So there's a strip of ribbon here, 1, and then 2 strips there. It just tidies up the ceiling. And I like that kind of stuff. It just pleases my eye. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to show you something else I did. I decided on the fabric for the fridge cover, I decided to do it over. And I did it with this. So it's just, this wall is this stuff. And every door you look in, it's a different theme. So I kind of wanted, I just said, let me do that. So I made this so I can just pull it out like this. And the top is glued on. And then I can just go like this, get my ice, swap it out in the cooler, put this back like this, put it back under. And it's all wired in. I don't have to have a big plug sticking out of here. It's just sweet. Very, very sweet. I'm going to be spoiled with that because what I needed to do to change my ice was kind of a project. When it was in the floor of the passenger seat, it was all, I only had to do it once a day and I never complained, but this was just going to be very sweet. Another thing I did was this cabinet. I decided that I wanted to make as best use out of it as I can. So it's a medicine cabinet laying on its side. So I don't have the shelves going the wrong way. So instead of putting shelves in, what I did was this little plastic little container, I used mount tape and I just stuck that right to the side. And that's where I'm going to keep all my wires. All my charging cables will go in there. All different ones that I need for different things. And then this is my my bug zapper that really works. I mean, I don't know if it would work if I had a whole van full of bugs, but you know, for that random couple that get in, that takes care of it. And then this right here is my little nightstand. that I had in my other van, and I just have pencils and paper. I have toothpicks, and I got little scissors, and I just mounted that. And then this is just the perfect height for books. So I'm going to use this as my bookshelf, and then this is my Bluetooth speaker. And let me tell you something else I did. Okay, so I know so many people have been saying like this would make a great little night table. You know, if it was, if I had like a chain, if I put it on a chain, so it would be level like this, right? And this would be a beautiful nightstand for my bed, right? So what I did was, because I don't have that chain on yet, and I might do it someday, I just looked and I thought the only issue here is this height right here. This bottom piece of wood is what brings it up high, which makes it go low. So I just grabbed a board out of my garage. It's actually a leftover piece of hardwood floor from my living room upstairs. I put it right here, so that gives it the height of this back wood here. And look. Now, would I put something that weighed 5 pounds on here? No. I mean, I could. I don't think it's going anywhere. But I'm just thinking, you know, just to put my breakfast here. I'm having my breakfast in bed. I can put my breakfast right here. I can take this, put this over here, and I can use this to put my tea. So I can have my tea here, my breakfast here. Maybe I could even put my tea on this. I really don't think that, you know, I think it could take a decent amount of weight. Could even pull it out a little bit like that. So that was my idea on that. And then I just stick it right in here. Voila, problem solved. Not that there was a problem, but just another feature to make my life more pleasant on the road. So my friend Bob came over today regarding that crack in the bed frame. Turns out that right at that spot there's a knot in the wood, and when it was nailed through, it split. So he doesn't do anything half-assed. I just wanted to put a little bracket on there, put a screw on one side of it and a screw on another side of it, and then it wouldn't break. But he wanted to fix it right. So what he did was, so this is where the crack is. So he filled it with wood glue. He filled it with wood glue and a putty knife. Then he put bolts in. You can see the bottom here. One of those little thingies, those little flappy things. I don't know, are they molly bolts, or I don't know what they're called. But he went through it with a bolt, and then on the bottom of it is a strip of, I'll show you. I know this is all yucky, and I know this is all rusty, but it's like this metal tape that you straighten out. So he cut a piece like that, put it on the bottom, and those bolts are coming through in two spots on either side of the crack, and then it's bolted on. That thing is going nowhere. So he just wanted to do it right because he's a good guy. So I'm just loving the way that this looks so tidy. It's just the ceiling looks so tidy, and I love the silveriness, and so everything just feels really pretty. Oh, I brought back a tassel, just one tassel. I just put it right here. I hung it just in the right spot, so I lowered my my broom, and I made sure that the dragonfly. Oh, speaking of dragonflies, I know what I did. So I was doing a video yesterday or the day before, and the headliner that's behind my head has 2 screws in it. And somebody asked me what those 2 holes were. One of them was a hole because there's a screw missing. On the other side, there's a screw missing too. It stays up though. So I decided what I was going to do. Come on, let me show you. Over there, I stuck a dragonfly inside the hole where the screw is missing. So there's the other screw that's holding up the headliner. And then here's this one. So I found another spot for a couple of dragonflies, right? They were, I mean, there's just no reason. It doesn't need another screw, you know. It's up there. So I think that's it for today. I think I'm going to just putter around a little bit more with little things and start getting order. And I'm going to finish all my laundry. I want to, before I pack, I like to have everything clean, so I can just pick and choose whatever I have room for. I'm not really certain how much clothes I can take and fit um, into this cabinet. I'm going to take as much as I can because I could really pack light and just take just a few things and I'd be fine. But the more I can take, the less I need to do laundry. And that's very, very important when I'm on the road, opposed to at my daughter's where I could just throw a load of laundry in her apartment. But if I'm on the road, I like to stop when I have like 3 full loads. That's what I like to do. And then I get 3 machines going at once. And so I like to take, and plus I like to have as many options as I want. I like to have choices. I don't want to take an excessive amount of clothes. I want to take whatever fits in here. So I'm going to fill my packing cubes. I'm going to fill my packing cubes, one with like just a cup. I'm looking at the extended forecast. It looks like, 80s every day, 60s and 50s at night. And that will just be absolutely perfect because it will be nice sleeping temps. And now I have my fan. I can open my screen on the ceiling. The screens. That's what I thought. The screens. I made my screens. Let me show you. So right under here, under the bed, right in here, I'm going to keep this. Like I said, I like this soft storage because it's just easy to stuff things in. But this is my little screen pack. So I'm going to show you what I got here. I got my 2 screens, and I have a little roll of 8 magnets right there. So I'll get one of these. Here they are all made. I sewed them. I actually did like a little, I sewed them and then I did a little zigzag to finish off the seam, and then I cut them here. That's what I did. And this is my little opening for the mirror right there. So I'll show you how these go on. They go like this, like that. That's the little pocket. And then they go back here. Now they're all set right to the end here. I've also noticed that what I can do is I can put a magnet right here, and this space between that and when the door closes. So it'd be nice to have a magnet right there. Then this closes like this, and then this comes around like this. Yep. So I just do this like this. See that? And then I have a couple of extras if I wanted to do this. Probably not necessary. And that's how easy that is. I just put my windows down, and you know something? This coming down halfway, all this really is just a sleeve to hold it on the top. It doesn't need to come down here. You don't need 2 screens. Every screen in my whole house is 1 screen. You need 1 screen with no way to get in. 1 screen takes care of the bugs. So I didn't need to buy the next size roll to get more screens so I could make it longer. Because instead of buying 84 inches, I was going to have to buy 25 feet, maybe 25 feet, I forget. Whatever it is, I don't want to own that much screen. So this works perfect. And then when I'm going to take it down, now I'm not going to put this up in Cracker Barrel. I'm not going to put this up at a truck stop. I'm going to put this up in campgrounds. I'd put this up in my daughter's parking lot in her apartment. Yeah. And you know something? I'm only going to put it up if I need it. If I really need the ventilation, just having the max air fan open isn't enough, then I'll put these up. But just to be prepared, I have them. So then I'll just take them off like that. Put them together like this. They go right in this little bag with my magnets. Zippy doodle, zippity doodah, and then stick it in there. I'm glad I remembered to show you the screens. I almost forgot. So that's what I have for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your enthusiasm that you have and that you share the excitement that I have with my van. I can feel that you're excited too. And geez, does that ever warm my heart. And I just thank you all for these new relationships that I'm forming. Although they're virtual, they're special. And bye for now.